There are moments in entertainment that make all of America stop and ask, what is really happening here? And today, we're witnessing one of those moments as rumors about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding date suddenly leak online, sending a soft yet emotional ripple across social media. A date that isn't just important to the couple, but carries a deeply personal meaning for Taylor herself, enough to make millions of fans hold their breath. Because according to sources from Page 6, the wedding may take place on June 13, 2026, Taylor Swift's exact half-birthday, a date tied to the number 13, which she has always considered part of her destiny. And the moment that detail was revealed, the story stopped being just another celebrity rumor. It became a message, a sign, a piece of emotional symbolism that fans believe only Taylor could turn into something iconic. But what makes the story even stranger are the rumors that Taylor quietly contacted another bride to ask for the venue reserved on June 13, and even paid the entire cost of that woman's wedding. An act that made the public pause and wonder, did this really happen? And if it did, what does it say about how Taylor Swift views love, timing, and the personal symbols that shape her life? Of course, these are still unconfirmed reports, but in the world of Taylor and Travis, where even the smallest detail turns into a song, a story, a signal, it's hard not to wonder, what exactly is waiting for us ahead? And you, as a viewer following this extraordinary love story, what do you think about a wedding day so heavily marked by Taylor's signature number 13? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your first reactions.
Looking back at the 2-year journey of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, we can see this isn't just the romance between a pop superstar and an NFL athlete. It's the story of two people who have moved past stadium lights and roaring crowds in search of something small but rare, peace within love. And the rumored June 13th, 2026 wedding date only adds a new layer to this story, making it feel even more like a novel they're writing chapter by chapter. Returning to the Page 6 reports, many outlets claim that Travis and Taylor first intended to hold their wedding at her Watch Hill mansion in Rhode Island, a place tied to many beautiful memories throughout her life and career. But plans shifted. The guest list was described as massive, filled with high-profile figures from entertainment, sports, and those closest to the couple. So, the venue was allegedly moved to Ocean House, a grand New England resort known for hosting elite events. That location is where a detail emerged that fans couldn't ignore. Rumors spread like wildfire that Ocean House already had another wedding booked for June 13th. But when Taylor learned about it, she allegedly reached out to the bride, not to demand the date, not to pressure her, but to politely ask. And not just ask, but offer to cover the entire cost of the woman's wedding, simply so Taylor could marry on a date that carries profound meaning for her. If true, that gesture isn't flashy. It's a delicate act from someone who understands how important symbols can be in her own life. Anyone who follows Taylor's career knows this. She lives through stories, through symbols, through small emotional threads woven into her music and her life. The number 13 isn't just a lucky number. It's a feeling of belonging, a source of strength, a reminder of the challenges she has overcome. And if Taylor truly chooses to marry on her half-birthday, it's as if she's closing a long chapter of her youth and opening a new one, using the most meaningful pieces of her past. And then there's Travis Kelce, the man America knows as confident, charismatic, larger than life on the football field. Yet when he proposed to Taylor, he revealed an entirely different side of himself. He admitted he cried when he popped the question. He openly called himself a very emotional person. And that honesty doesn't diminish his image, it deepens it. It aligns perfectly with Taylor's belief in love, genuine, heartfelt, unfiltered. In interviews after the engagement, Travis shared how he transformed their backyard into a romantic garden inspired by Taylor's own songs. He installed blackout grapes so she couldn't peek outside. He chose the exact moment while they were recording their podcast, turning an ordinary day into a real-life moment that fans described as a Taylor Swift song, but happening in reality. And then there's the diamond ring, estimated anywhere from $500,000 to several million dollars. But ultimately, the price isn't what people remember. What stays with them is how Travis planned every detail to make Taylor feel understood, cherished, and deeply loved. When you look at all of this, June 13th becomes more than a date on a calendar. It becomes a symbol of maturity, of intention, of two people at the peak of their careers, choosing to sacrifice the noise of fame for the quiet certainty of real life. But more importantly, this entire story makes us, as viewers, ask ourselves, what is love in a world where everything is scrutinized, recorded, analyzed? Is there still room for subtlety, for personal meaning, for symbols only two people understand? And in that sense, Taylor and Travis's story becomes more than celebrity news. It becomes a small mirror, reflecting what we all long for. There may not be an official announcement yet, but clearly the pieces are forming a larger picture, one that America, fans worldwide, and even casual observers are waiting to see unfold. When we pull together every rumor, every emotion, every detail surrounding the wedding of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, one thing becomes clear. This isn't just another entertainment headline. This is a turning point in the lives of two people who have walked through blinding spotlights and overwhelming noise to find a gentler, quieter space together. From the delicately planned engagement to the symbolic choice of June 13th, to the rumored gesture of asking for the venue, everything points to a love built on the careful honoring of each moment. And when you look at their journey, you see a message that's soft but powerful. Love, whether you're famous or not, is ultimately the story of two people doing their best for each other. Not loud, not performative, just two souls choosing a day, a moment, a place to begin something new. And just like Taylor, each of us has our own number 13. A memory, a sign, a date that means something only we truly understand. Maybe the question this story leaves us with is, if you had such a meaningful date, would you be brave enough to choose it as the beginning of a new chapter in your life? Thank you for staying until the end. If this story made you reflect or feel something, consider hitting subscribe to follow the next chapters with me. And if you'd like, leave the keyword wedding13 in the comments. Let's see how many of us are watching this remarkable journey unfold.